And welcome to Elisa Dome's Crochet. I'm Elisa Dome. I got a couple of orders, and so I wanted to show y'all what I did. So I had a lady in my neighborhood that messaged me after I did the pattern test for Delon with Lore.Crochets, and I did her Chubby Birds, the sequel, and I did the little rooster and the hen and the eagle. My sister purchased the rooster, and I had made a post on Facebook about it, thanking her. I had a lady that messaged me wanting me to make her a rooster, but then she asked if I had any other rooster patterns, and I told her yes, I had a couple of different ones. She went with the Oak and Marlow. I think it's the Millie Chicken Friends, and she told me that it was for her little Chihuahua dog. And I said, now you do realize this is crochet, it's yarn. And she said, yes, ma'am. She said, but my dog does not tear up his toys. He just walks around and totes them in his mouth. And she said, I love my chickens. My chickens are my babies. And which I do know this because this is the lady that I normally buy my eggs from. And so she said, I want him to be very colorful. And she told me exactly how she wanted him made. Let me show y'all this cute rooster. Look at this. Isn't this just adorable? I had some different yarn that I was gonna try to use. It's the same yarn that I used for the flower on that flower bunny, and I was gonna use it, but then there was too much gapping in the legs, and I really didn't want to size down a hook. And so I said, you know what, I'll just use all Premier Basics Chenille Brights yarn on this rooster. And so then I went ahead and did that on all of it, and the only thing I didn't was the terracotta, and that's Bernat Blanket. But everything else except for this red, it's not either. This red come from Hobby Lobby, and I don't remember the name of it. It is discontinued. I embroidered the eyes. She wanted me to add a little tail, and she wanted it to have like a little fluffier tail. And so I just kind of chained and went in a loop and slip stitched, and then chain, went back in that same slip stitch, and I did that with the body color and the same color that I used on the edge of his wings. Absolutely loved him. This was exactly what she was wanting, and she said that her little Chihuahua would absolutely love him. So all I do is for my pickups, is I stick them down. I have 2 sizes of these little plastic bags. I ordered these offline. I think I got them from Amazon, and I just put them down in there. And then I normally would put like some stickers. I have some stickers that I also got from Shein that just has like Bible verses and just like some spiritual sayings and stuff like that on it. So another lady messaged me after seeing that same post, and she said that she wanted the hen, but she also wanted a rooster. This is the hen that I had originally made for the pattern test, and so she wanted it. And then this is the other little rooster that I made for her, and I embroidered the eyes, the face on both of them, and I did give them both a little tail. They're both gonna be picked up today. She's gonna come by, or both of these ladies are gonna come by and get them. And so I just wanted to show y'all those 2 little orders that I had. And normally what I do is I have a big box that I had gotten something in that I ordered. Anyway, I just put them in a box, and then I put them in my kitchen on top of my piano, and I wait until they come and pick it up. Another thing that I started working on, so for Christmas, I got this Mama Made Minis Knotted Loveys book for the little knotted loveys, the snugglers. And I wanted to make something. I've never made anything out of that book. This is not an order. It's just something that I wanted to make. So I started working on the little dinosaur. And This is as far as I've gotten, y'all. I still got to do his arms and I got to do his tail, but oh my gosh. This is such a cute, cute, cute little lovey. Such a cute snuggler. And so the way that she has you to make it is just so different, so neat. I actually had started working on this a little bit while back ago, and I ran out of the color, and then I finally got some that matches him, and so I started working on him again today, and I was able to finish both of his legs because I only had like a half a skein of this, and so I was able to do the head and the body, but I wasn't able to do the legs. So the main color is olive. It's the Yarn Bee Cozy Occasion olive color. And then this right here is called Teddy. And both of them are from Hobby Lobby. That's what I have started doing it in. At first, I thought that I had used a Bernat blanket olive color. But then when it come right down to it, I remembered, no, it was actually Hobby Lobby that I had gotten the green from. And so I was able to get more of the green because the Bernat blanket olive has been, the old Bernat blanket olive has actually been discontinued. I was able to get some more of this color from Hobby Lobby. And so I am going to be working on some more of these Mama Made minis. So I got picked for a new pattern test, you guys, and I've only got 3 days to make it, but I'm so excited. But it's by Cuteville Toys. This is the tester call that I put in for, and I got chosen. I'm just, you know, been stepping out of my comfort zone, trying to do, you know, more pattern tests for different makers that I don't know. You know, for just different things that I think, you know, would sell now. You know, it's fixing to be Easter. I'm trying to put more Easter related items in my Palm Street. I'm also trying to put more Easter related items in the coffee shop. And we've only got just a couple more weeks because I think Easter is April the 5th, if I'm not mistaken. I'm excited. I'm excited about my Palm Street live show. It's coming up. Again, if you're not bookmarked and you want to bookmark my show, it's going to be Sunday, March the 22nd at 3:30. I would love for you to bookmark my show and come and support me. And if you just, you know, if you just want to come and hang out, that's fine too. The more the merrier. The more the merrier. Just to wish me well, just to wish me good luck on it is fine by me. I'm trying to, you know, get more used to the new way of doing things, and I'm not really physically able right now to go to an actual market. I do have a market set up for the end of the year in November. It's the same one that I did this past November that my mom and my sister and my husband helped me to run. And so hopefully by this November I will be a lot better in my health to where maybe I can help out more. That's my prayer and my goal. You know, I'm believing that God is going to heal me and that I'm going to be able to do a whole lot more, you know, with my business. So, but yeah, that's just some things that I've been working on and that I've made so far. And so I'll try to get back on here and show y'all when I get finished with this Lovey. Alright, so I bought some safety eyes from Crochet by Tasha. This is the pack that it came in here, so we're going to go ahead and open this together. The reason I got it on this side is because the other side has our addresses and all our information on it. So wanted, there we go. Little sticker. Look how cute this little sticker is. And then there we go. Look how pretty. That looks better, doesn't it? That one's got some purple in it too, but it's supposed to be mostly blue. They're pretty. They're really pretty. They're supposed to be 25mm safety eyes. So Crochet by Tasha, she hand paints and designs these herself. And they turned out really pretty. I bought them off of her Palm Street Live. Hey y'all, I'm back. It's been another couple of days since I talked to you guys, and I was working on the Mama Made Minis Dino Snuggler, Dino Lovey, and I just wanted to show y'all. Isn't this just the cutest thing you ever did see? So the only thing that I have left to do, it shows to add 3 more of the spikes here, like that's on the head, onto the tail. And so I have to do that. I'm thinking I'm probably going to have to get some more of the teddy yarn because I only got just a tiny bit left. I might can do maybe 1, maybe 2 more spikes, but I don't think I have enough to finish the 3. I'll probably be playing yarn chicken on that, but I'm going to try to do that this afternoon. Also, I'm not really sure that I like the way that the feet turned out. This is a me issue with sewing. Just trying to sew it, so you have to sew the feet closed. And so another thing too is whenever I knotted this one's knotted on this side, and then this one's knotted on that side, so it looks kind of funny like that. But other than that, it did turn out super cute. I went right by the pattern in the book, and I'm really loving this book, y'all. So this again is the book that I got for Christmas. It's the Mama Made Minis Knotted Loveys book. And so the next item in the book is, let's see, that was Dash Dino that I just did. And then the next item in the book is Dusty the Dragon. Let me show y'all. I can show y'all this page because it's not really telling the instructions. It's just telling like abbreviations and materials and stuff like that. So it's not really giving crochet instructions on that page. But that's what Dusty the Dragon is going to look like. I'm going to be working on him next. I have some more of that Bernat blanket yarn left that's like the red brick color. It's called Terracotta that I think I'm going to start in. But I don't have any of the light gray or the birch color. It says to use rust and sand. The sand color with Premier Basic Chenille Brights, I think, is just a little bit too more of a tanner color. And so I think I'm going to try to get the birch color if I can and try to use that and see if I like that better. I'm not really sure. I may go with like a light gray color on Dusty the Dragon for the wings and for the horns and for the spikes on the tail. I do have some light gray, but it is in that Walmart Mainstays, and I'm not particularly fond of that. But just for the horns and the wings, I may can get away with doing that. But this is how much I have left of this terracotta. It's probably like a half a skein. I don't think that it'll make the whole entire dragon, but I do think this color is going to look really nice for him. So I am working on a pattern test from Aliana with Cuteville Toys, and I applied for this pattern test just a few days ago, and she sent me an email saying that if I was still wanting to test the Tiny Bunny pattern that I could test. She's not doing like a group chat. She's just sending out separate emails. So the testing period was March the 14th until the 16th. And so her pattern is supposed to be releasing tomorrow, or either I got this email on Wednesday, but she said that it's through the 16th. But if everybody gets done, I think she's going to go ahead and release it on the 16th. But I think her actual release date is the 17th. So, but let me show y'all this carrot bunny. But this is what it looks like. And so this is mine. And so all of these likes to, the stem for the carrot, is that what it's called? A stem. It likes to curl up. Now the bunny ears, the way she has you to do it, they want to curl up too. But it is so cute. Look at that. And I just added a little fluff for the tail to give it a little fluffy tail there. And she has you to put some of the black. I did a lot of lines on this side, and then on this side I just did just a few. And so I like it like that. I think it looks super cute. I think this is called Dried Flowers or something like that. This is Burnett Blanket. This is Emerald from Premier Chenille Basic Brights. And then this is that Mainstays white yarn here. And I just embroidered the face with some worsted weight yarn. And I went with a darker pink to do the nose and the little cheeks there. That's my little bunny from Aliana with Cuteville Toys. How cute, cute, cute. That's all I have until I get Dusty the Dragon. So I'm fixing to start working on it now. This is as much as I've got done on the face for the head. And I've got both the ears done. And I've got to stop right now because it is time to make the horns on the head. And like I said, I'm not sure if I want to use that gray. That's the Mainstays yarn. Or if I want to order the birch and maybe get that or what I want to. So, hey friends, it's me again. Sitting in my living room. And it turned off super cold. We got like a little storm that came through with a lot of rain, lightning, some hail, and then it just started sleeting and it turned off super cold. So one day it was like 83 and then the next day it was 46. But that's how the weather goes. So what I have been working on is, y'all seen I finished the Dash Dino. I haven't really worked anymore on the Dusty Dragon from the Mama Made Minnie's Knotted Snuggler book. And I have called the coffee shop and I'm going to be picking up, I think I have like two. It was a Strawberry Dinosaur and the Lolly and Pop that I had down there. That was all that was left from the Valentine stuff that I took. And so I went ahead and left them because I didn't know if anybody may want to buy them for spring, Easter, because they could still be kind of for spring and Easter too. And so I decided to go ahead and pick them up and just take a couple of new snugglers down there that was more Easter related. So I hope you enjoyed that video from the coffee shop. And I had another order. My husband's niece, well, I guess she's my niece too. She ordered the Finn bear that I had made with the blue overalls for her little baby for Easter. And so she wanted him to go in her baby's Easter basket. And so she went ahead and bought him, and I went ahead and picked him up from the coffee shop as well while I was down there, and my husband is going to deliver him to her tomorrow. So I am gonna be working some more on Dusty the Dragon, and this is the starting of the head. Y'all can see there the starting of his head. There's his nostrils right there. And I've decided to use this silver steel and Burnett Blanket to do the horns and the wings and the spikes down his tail. And I think that this will be a good yarn. I already had this, and so I just decided, since it has a lot of different grays in it, I don't particularly like this color to be in the spikes or the wings, but that's okay. I will live with it. And maybe it'll turn out fabulous. I might really, really like it. I'll either really like it or really hate it, but either way. So that's what I'm fixing to start working on. I've got my little book over here, and so I'm going to be working on that. Now I've got to go find some safety eyes to go in the head, and I'm gonna have to take where I started it in the magic ring, just these little, and I'm gonna use it to kind of secure the ears just a little bit better onto the head, and then I've got to stuff the head and then finish closing it up. So I don't know if I particularly like this color for the horns or not. I really think that I probably should have, because this side here's got some of this color on it and this side don't. But maybe once I get the wings on and I get the spikes on the tail on, it won't look so awkward. And once I get the eyes in, it won't look so awkward either. again, let me show y'all what the book shows Dusty the Dragon to look like. So this is how much of the yarn that I have left. Plus I just have this little piece of scrap left over from another project that I did. So I don't own a sinker eye tool. My sinker eye tool broke. So let me show y'all how I'm getting these. These are just some sinker eyes that I bought from Amazon. So I have a board and I just put some of this on top of the board. It's real soft. And then I lay my plushie on it with the eye down in my thing. I take the back of my eye, I put it on it, and I take, this is my husband's tools, and I put that right on there, and I take my rubber mallet, my husband's rubber mallet, and I give it a couple of pops. And normally it just goes right on. And now it's on, but it's not quite as far as I really would like it. So I'm just going to give it another couple of taps. And that's where it's at. So yeah, that's how I do it. That just kind of secures those ears and gets them to kind of stick out a little bit more so you can really see the shape of the ears a little bit better. And I also kind of like stuffing this nose part real good so the shape of that nose will stick out too. And I'll probably stuff it just a little bit more once I really go to getting it closed up here. Really be looking nice. So that's what the head of it looks like. Once I'm sure that I really like it, I knot it and then I pull it through again. That way it gives it a very secure back here. And then you close it either with your scissors or with your darning needle end. I normally do it with my scissors, but since my needle is just right here, I'm just doing it with that. So this is the finished product of the head. I got a few pieces of fuzz from the stuffing on there. But yes, so Dusty Dragon is coming along quite nicely. I really like how he looks, and I try to get it to be really firm, you know, in places where there's curves and stuff like that with the stuffing. That way it can really pop the shape of whatever I'm making out. So I really like it. I think the head of Dusty the Dragon looks really cute. Like I said, I only have this much left of this color yarn. So I'm going to go ahead and get started on the body, and I'll just kind of see how far along I get. Well, I wasn't able to get the terracotta yarn. They just don't have it. So maybe I can finish the Dusty Dragon on the next video. So until the next time, I will see y'all.